If you're here, something in you is already shifting. Maybe your mind feels restless, tangled in thoughts that won't settle. Or perhaps you felt a silent tug, an unspoken question about life, truth, or yourself that refuses to quiet down. Tonight, I want to just help you fall asleep. I'll take you on a journey through the mind of Socrates, a man who believed that sleep is not merely rest, but a space where our deepest inner work begins. We often think philosophy is about complicated arguments or distant ideals. But Socrates showed us it's something much more intimate. It's a conversation with yourself, gentle questioning that helps clear the fog inside you. So, if you're restless, uncertain, or simply curious, let us explore the complete philosophy of Socrates as a lullaby for your mind. SFX, soft_and_chimes. 5 Socrates didn't write down his teachings. He believed that true knowledge couldn't be handed over like a book, but had to be discovered from within through dialogue. Imagine him inviting you to sit with him in a quiet Greek courtyard, as moonlight flickers over stones worn smooth by time. Know thyself, he would say, and in that simple command lies the heart of his philosophy. What if knowing yourself is the most peaceful way to drift towards sleep? That instead of chasing distractions, you turn inward with kind curiosity. Socrates saw the soul as eternal, shaped by our actions and reflections. His method, now called the Socratic method, was to ask questions, not to give answers. So I want to tell you what to think. Instead, I'll help you notice what is already stirring inside. SFX, gentle_in. 7 now. Let us gently challenge a common assumption. You may believe restlessness or confusion at night means there is something wrong with you, a fault, a failure to be normal. But Socrates would ask, what if that mental noise is not the enemy, but the messenger? What if your mind is wandering is its way of probing deeper into the unknown parts of your soul? Can you feel that tension between wanting calm and feeling unsettled? What fears or desires hide behind those thoughts? And if you let yourself follow those questions instead of pushing them away, where might they lead? He famously accepted that the unexamined life is not worth living. But what does examination really mean when your eyes grow heavy? It's not about relentless self-judgment. It's about gentle, curious attention, a kind of awakening that doesn't demand you fix everything now, only that you listen. SFX, soft_heartbeat. 6 Let us take it deeper. What if the problem isn't the person or situation you're holding on to, but the part of yourself you abandoned long ago? Socrates asked people to look beyond appearances, beyond the surface stories they tell themselves. He urged them to identify what is authentic and what is inherited from society, fear, or habit. Tonight, notice one story you often tell yourself when you struggle to sleep. Perhaps it's a thought about failure, loneliness, or unworthiness. Could it be a mask, a role you learned to survive? Would you be willing to let this story rest a while? Like laying down a heavy burden just for one night? SFX, com_ocean_waves. 8 Socrates believed virtues like courage, honesty, and wisdom come from knowing oneself truly and acting in harmony with that knowledge. Imagine your soul as a flame, not a raging blaze, but a quiet lamp steady against darkness. Philosophy is the calm breath that keeps it from flickering out. What if falling asleep was not an escape, but a practice of courage, the courage to face your inner world and hold it tenderly? The questions you have tonight may not resolve before morning. That's okay. Sometimes just holding a question softly is enough to start healing. SFX, night_crickets. 6 Do you hear that stillness beginning to grow inside you? That seed of calm that feels like acceptance? Socrates reminds us that wisdom isn't a prize to win, but a landscape to wander through, step by step. Rest is part of the journey. When your body sinks into the mattress, imagine your soul sinking into truth. So as you close your eyes, consider this. What is it you truly seek? Is it peace, knowledge, freedom from fear, or something else? And can the search itself in all its mystery and silence, be the answer? SFX, soft_breathing. 7 tonight. You don't have to rush toward clarity. You just have to be present with the questions Socrates gently plants inside you. What do you notice about yourself when you stop defending or explaining? What stories settle when the mind quiets? I want to tell you what to do. I'll help you see what is already happening inside you. And if sleep doesn't come immediately, that's the mind's way of layering the inquiry, inviting you to rest, not as an ending, but as a beginning. SFX, forest and _ambience. 9 remember. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. This paradox isn't defeat, but the starting point for a humble journey inward. In the stillness of your night, you are both the questioner and the one being questioned, the seeker and the silent witness. So welcome this moment of transition, the fragile crossing from wakefulness to dreams as a sacred dialogue between your soul and the unknown. Let the wise curiosity of Socrates be your companion tonight, softly guiding your thoughts like a gentle stream toward tranquil sleep. SFX, deep_waves_fading. May 10th, the quiet questions settle in your heart like soft rain, nurturing new growth even in darkness. Tomorrow, the conversation continues. But for now, rest fully in the gentle mystery of yourself. Good night. SFX, soft_crackling_fire. 7 let S settle deeper into this moment, where the boundaries between wakefulness and sleep begin to blur. Imagine Socrates sitting beside you still, his voice barely more than a whisper carried by the night breeze. He might ask, what is it that your soul needs to rest? And what stories, thoughts, or fears resist that peace like shadows clinging to the edges? Have you ever noticed how our minds replay old dramas at night, as if trying to work through unresolved conflicts? Socrates would say these nightly echoes are invitations. They call us to question not just the events themselves, but the meanings we assign to them. What if the restlessness is a dialogue with parts of yourself longing for understanding? Instead of resisting, what if you leaned gently into the questions your mind is asking tonight? When you do this, you practice the essence of Socratic wisdom, a humble openness, where certainty dissolves and curious inquiry blooms. This is not anxiety or torment, but a tender communion with your own inner nature, the very process by which transformation begins. SFX, soft_river_flow. 8 consider this. Socrates never claimed to be wise in the conventional sense. His wisdom, he admitted, was knowing that he knew nothing. This acknowledgement is far from defeat. It is the courageous acceptance of mystery. Rest, too, may carry its own mysteries, layers of your psyche unfolding quietly in darkness. What if your struggle to sleep is a kind of guarded gate, one that stands between you and a deeper truth about yourself? Could your impatience to rest be masking a fear of what might arise when the noise finally settles? What parts of yourself are you afraid to meet in the silence? SFX, gentle_hoot. For imagine that each breath you take is a question returning softly to your own source. Each exhale, a release of assumptions and judgments. Socrates invited people to examine their lives relentlessly, but always with the aim of moving closer to a life worth living, an examined life. This evening, the examination comes not as a burden, but as a merciful kind of attention. Try now to let your mind play with this thought. What if the self you've been clinging to is not fixed or certain, but fluid, like water flowing through your fingers? How might it feel to sink into that unknown depth, where identity is not a rigid form, but a living question? SFX, distant_thunder. 3, a sudden storm in the distance. Barely felt, but vivid enough to remind us, the world never fully rests. Yet Socrates found peace in the midst of chaos by trusting the process of inquiry over the illusion of control. What if your restless mind is simply trying to make sense of the unpredictable rhythms of being alive? Now, Imagine that the act of questioning is like a gentle lamp lighting your path through the dark. The light does not show everything at once. Instead, it reveals step by step what is ripe to be understood. Can you envision your thoughts as this soft illumination, guiding you through the shadowed landscape of sleep? SFX, wind under leaves. 6, does the idea of knowing yourself still feel weighty or challenging? Socrates saw self-knowledge not as a destination, but as a lifelong dance of balance between honesty and compassion towards oneself. Tomorrow, you might awaken with new insights, or perhaps the questioning will continue another day. Each night becomes an opportunity to nurture this evolving conversation with your soul. And what greater kindness can there be than to listen gently and without judgment to the whispers of your own being? SFX, light_bells. 5, take a slow breath now and feel your body begin to surrender. In this softness, notice how the mind's questions start to hush. Not because they are silenced, but because they are held tenderly. You're not alone in this. Across centuries and oceans, Socrates' spirit joins you in this quiet vigil. Pause, if you will, on the words, "Know thyself." Let them wash over you like a mantra, not demanding answers, but inviting presence. The essence of Socratic wisdom is not in solving puzzles instantly, but in being present with the questions long enough to let truth gently emerge. SFX, flowing_stream. 7, let the words dissolve now into the background. Feel the rhythm of your own breath, the steady pulse of life calm within you. Between each inhale and exhale lies a sanctuary, a place where mind, body, and soul rest together. Tonight, your sleep becomes a silent dialogue with the self you are becoming, beheld by the moon's quiet light, cradled by the universe's vast mystery. You surrender to rest not as forgetting, but as deeper remembering. SFX, soft_whispering_wind. 9, rest easy, knowing this. In the act of embracing uncertainty, you embrace life itself. Your silence tonight is the seabed of tomorrow's wisdom. And so, with Socrates as your unseen companion, your soul quietly begins to unfold and sleep gently.